Welcome, everybody. This is Momo Rants. This lottery. I'm here. I'm here. Um, I like to talk about subject that I go on and on and on and on and on and on about. Um, the NFL is planning to have in the near future a 20 game season. What's up? What's up, Benny? What's going on with you? Nice seeing you. Seeing your text. Seeing you early in game time. NFL has plans in the future for a 20 game season. Yes, a 20 game season. And what's up, Jimbo? A 20 game season. People going to say, "Hey, no, I don't want this. I don't want that," but they will accept it once it does happen, because NFL is going to do the best they can do to make convince fans this is okay. This is not so crazy because NFL doesn't care about these players. All this safety precautions, only reason who said they were 20 games. Dude, they're going to 18. Let's say that's for the layman's term. The layman. If they go into 18, why would they stop there? They go into 18 games in the probably next season. They go into 18, and the Players Association going to stop that. So what makes you think they're not going to ever go to? Oh my God, you don't. So 18. So you don't think 18 is too much, neither. I think 17 games is too much. I think football should only be played 14 games a season. 14 games, because what they have done, they trying to squeeze so many games in 1 week. Two players playing 2 games a week is not so, because they want that revenue. They want to sell these games to other networks, the Paramount Pluses, the Netflix, the Apple Plus. What collective bargain? There is no union. The union been broken years ago. There is no union. They broke the union in 1982. What we have is there's somebody standing there taking orders. The union is nuts. So if they tell me, what have they done? The union done the last several years to get make the players get more money, insurance. Tell me, nothing. They take the meaningless things they can. The union say, "Hey, we're gonna have free weed for your health and all like that. You can smoke weed, and this, that, and the third. We're gonna give you this, but these players only get lifetime insurance when they leave the game. 5 years, if you're lucky. If you're lucky, if you're one of those players who've been in the league for a while, 5 years, your insurance go away after you retire for the NFL. If you're lucky." The NFL never cares. The only reason concussion protocol and there's all this other stuff going on is because the lawsuit. When all of those older players had that massive lawsuit worth billions of dollars and they won, they changed the rules about safety. They put a safety precaution. They didn't care about safety. NFL never cared about safety. Don't think they care about it. They just doing this because of the lawsuit and they don't want to get sued again. So the majority of the players said no, they play 20 games. Here's the thing. I don't believe that the players are collectively on par because they'll say yes to anything because everybody wants their bag, as they say, once they check. These players don't have a great representation. Personally, the players should strike. Players, they should not. For me, they need to take the tag. So why you tagging players? For me, y'all heard me say this thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Players should get all players should have a max contract, guaranteed money. No, so if I cut you, no, you get your you if I I'm mumbling jumbling. Today, a player gets cut, he doesn't get all his money. If you got guaranteed money, your guaranteed money. See, that's what here's the trick of it. Let's say I'm gonna say it again. You get a 4-year contract with and it's $240 million, and 180 of that's guaranteed. People get this notion, believe the $180 million is up front. No, the $880 million guaranteed money or $240 million contract is put on each month, each paycheck, year to year. It's not upfront money. You don't get that money because there's clauses in there, or whatever the case may be. So that $60 million, I know the NFL players is a joke, but as long as the players are good with it, no one will care. That's my point. And that until the players start saying, just like why we have so many injuries, they might want health care for life and a very active big roster to put it off. You need more roster if you're gonna go to 18 games, you gotta have a 60-man roster, to me. Because 18 games coming. Either it's coming next year or the following year. It's coming. And nothing these players gonna do to stop it. They gonna vote on it because a lot of players today are saying, hey, I'm getting my money, I'm getting paid, I'm on this podcast, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing whatever. More than that, very more. Okay. So I am saying, in a nutshell, the NFL is very good. It's switching around and blaming the players for every damn thing, and they get a pass because they always say the players are greedy, but we never talk about them. But the players' union is a shithole. Everybody knows it. These players ain't gonna save no money because what they should do, if you are a good president of the union, you should say, hey, guys, y'all need to start saving money because we about to strike. Don't buy no expensive stuff. We about to go on strike. The NFL is so good that they don't. For me, they have claustrophobic behavior. What I mean by that is they not the players not getting all their money they should. There's no guaranteed contracts with all your money. The referees, there's no full-time referees. They making a killing in gambling money from the gambling houses. They're making a boatload of money for the TV, local and national contracts. That's not including the events they do or the uniforms on their back. So I don't know what's the percentage of the players. Do they get a percentage of the sales of that name on the back, or video game sales, or et cetera, et cetera? Bruce Brown, they play 20 games when you grow hair. I get it, Bruce. I appreciate that, Bruce. I appreciate that. Guarantee contracts are out of the question. The owners would gladly lock them out for years. That's what needs to happen. You need a strong union, a strong member of the union president saying you need to start saving money. Every player should have guaranteed money. All your money should be guaranteed. This is NFL's only league that doesn't do that. The NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, soccer, Major League Soccer, everybody gets all day money. But what they don't do, and this is an oxymoron about the whole thing. The, here's the oxymoron for the whole thing. Coaches guarantee contracts are guaranteed. I agree with you. So the coaches get all the money they want. There's no they will a coach get fired, he's getting all his money. What do you think? If I'm a player, I say, wait a minute now, he got all this money, and I can't get what I deserve. I'm just saying the NFL is going to a 20-game schedule in the next 5 years. If y'all don't believe this shit and like that, because remember, these dumbass players, the union, I won't say the players, all didn't agree with it. The union decided, hey, and the players, unannounced to me, you own the show. Should if you okay, I'm gonna read what you say, Jimbo. How do you get guaranteed contracts when the owners will never agree to it? There's thousands of players out of college that normally wouldn't make it to the NFL that will take the money. I agree with you in a sense, but they have to strike because every player on anytime you hire anybody, you should get all your money. You magnificent bald head. But what's up, Jesse? So what I'm saying, Gary, so players, because of the stupid union and the players, because a lot of times the players just voting to be voting. They don't care what they're voting on. They are voted on, hey, we'll do walkthroughs, we no more full pads. I want my life, I want to be longer. Well, your body is not in shape. That's what me, Jesse, and many other football fans and even football players will tell you that your body got to be in shape. If your not body's not in shape to play football when the games count in the first game of the season, and your body's never in shape to about halfway, so you're not in player shape. That means you're not getting absorbing the contact. You're not getting used to the contact. That's called football shape. Just like they have basketball shape. Just like they have hockey shape. Just like you got to be in football shape to play. So if your body is not in shape and you're just doing walkthroughs and you're like that, you're not used to the contact and the physicality of football. Football is not a contact sport. It's a collision sport. That's when you have all these crazy injuries. My calf, my ankle, my shoulder, because you're not getting used to the contact and you can't perform to your best ability, so you have to stay out. So therefore, it's not about the nutritionist. It's having some type of contract, getting your body used to physical contact. So NFL doesn't care. There will be a 20-game season within 5 years. There's nothing. These players don't care what they're going to do unless you have a strong union or somebody a strong union. Okay, a strong union. That's the only way to stop it. Because these players just voting on shit just to vote on it because they don't care to vote because they just want to play football. You get a strong union and rally the troops to say, hey, we need to do this, do that for our health, for our future, for my kids. I want to play with my grandkids. I want to play tag with my grandkids. I don't want to be 35 years old with crutches and a walker. No. Exactly. Who said Jimbo? We'll see what you said. Exactly. I'd be very stupid to do that, Momo. The players' union game up the right years ago for shorter practice and 2-a-day practice in camp. These players screwed themselves. Why you think they did that, Jimbo? Why you think they did that? They did that because players look at the money aspect of it. Hey, I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna be on other platforms, and I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna do this. Somebody gonna give me these commercials. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that. So they're not looking at the health. They're looking at the money that's coming outside of football. They dumb. And the Players Associations has not done nothing to help them out or do it better. Getting smoking weed and that was helpful because sometimes marijuana does help for your pain. I get that. But don't you want insurance for the rest of your life? Don't you want a contract that's guaranteed? Now it's I give you, there have been 2 or 3 players that had guaranteed, all their money was guaranteed. That doesn't happen. When Deshaun Watson got his, it was a shock around the league. The other owners were upset that he gave that guaranteed contract. They will never. Then what's his name? He used to play for Washington, and he played for Atlanta now, and before he went to Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, he had a guarantee. He got all his money guaranteed on one of his contracts. So that doesn't happen. That will never happen. The NFL doesn't give guaranteed contracts, but they should. NFL still means not for long. Of course it does. All I am saying, as a football fan, I don't want a 20-game schedule. You are, first of all, 2 games. People say all the players. Somebody told me once, all the players don't play 2 games a week. Only certain teams play 2 games a week. Dude, your body's still in bad shape. If you playing Sunday, you turn around playing Thursday. They injecting themselves with all these drugs to play hard. Remember those games. Remember those games that was played on Thursday Night Football was so horrible and so bad, it was unwatchable. They started giving them more drugs to justify the 17th regular season, to induce the restructured rookie pay scale, draft position. They already lost the power. They can't go backwards. I understand that. You're talking to the choir here. But they need a strong presence in the NFL Players Union. They need a strong person who will be on there. Now, I don't know, Jimbo, was you around in 1982 when they broke the union down? And Gene Upshaw, he was strong, but the players, if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you know what happened. You know what happened in 1982. How Hank Stram had that situation where all those Dallas Cowboy players was sitting. He had the clause in their contract about they bonuses, and they couldn't. Hey, you got to play. You had to play because you lose your bonus, and that's why most of the Dallas Cowboys came back from the strike, and they broke the union. They broke the union down, and it's been worse ever since. So let's be fair. That's why they had the movie, the replacement players. It was about the Washington football team that none of the Washington football team players crossed the picket line. And you had mostly Cowboys on the other side, and they beat them in that game. And there was a crazy part. If you look at the facts of that year, 1982, when the union was broken down, that game against Washington and Dallas, the players wanted to come back that week to play. All the players wanted to come back. They said, no, not too fast. We're going to punish you again. We say, you can't come back this week. Well, you can play the following week. Players are all around the league. The league was broke down. So they played that game on the Monday Night Football with Washington and Dallas. Washington upset Dallas in that game. I watched the game, and I was shocked that we won that game. I was shocked. If you watch the 30 for 30, and it's a 30-30 about the Washington football team, about that game, about the strike. What the bottom line, the 20-game schedule is coming. You think the NFL just going to do 18? They're going to do 20. They don't care about anything, about money and how they getting over on these players. It's a gladiator sport. They just because it's a car crash every time a player go out there. When you don't get your body is not in complete shape, and then you go to the eighth game, and you sore and busted open like that. That's why you see so many um season-ending injuries. I agree, it's too much. That's why you have so many season-ending injuries because your body's not in shape and all like that. What's up? What's up, Comic Fridge? So when the NFL go to 20 games, let's take old Momo Rants. I was here to say it. And y'all gonna say, oh, I guess he was right. I'm just saying, Momo, it sound nice for players, but why would the owners agree to lose more money? That's not it. How it works. How they losing more money? If they go to 20 game schedules, they not going. The union is not going to do anything about it. These players say, "Hey, I'm going to sign up. I'll vote for the 20 games." They're going to do that. What's up, Logan? They're going to do it. Yes, guaranteed. See, Jimbo, I've been saying this, and I'm going to say it again. The NFL is a conglomerate entity. They had fooled and bamboozled fans to believe that they ain't making the money they think that y'all think they make. They make billions of dollars. Each club make billions of dollars. They are making you believe that they can't support guaranteed contracts. Of course they can. They got so much money coming in, they can give those players guaranteed contracts. I know it's cool that everybody know all the players. It's cool that everybody know the draft position and the draft and all this like that. And this network of the NFL tells you this, tells you that. The money is there. They are making so much money. These clubs are making so much money. It's ridiculous. So for anybody to believe what they say, they look at this show. I guess no, I didn't guess. They show how much money they didn't make, how much they lost. It's a lie. They put out numbers out there all the time to make you believe something's not true. NFL is not about the players or the fans. It's how much they can get out of you in a short period of time, how much they can squeeze you. The biggest defiance of the NFL was the Monday Night Football game when the Buffalo Bills quarterback basically died on the field and they had to resuscitate him. They had to use a procedure and put him and bring him back to life. He was dead on the field. And then the announcers was lying because they knew what was going on. I knew what was going on. The players decide, I'm not going back out there and play. They took a break. In that NFL, you had not the commissioner, but his second in command was there. He went in the back. He went in the back and tried to convince these players, hey, you gotta go out there and play, because that's what they do. Normally, somebody get get hurt in the field or devastating injuries, you go play. But this time, they said, the player said no. So they went in the back, and then these announcers knew what was the story, but they wouldn't want to say it, and they were trying to get them to play, go back on the field. They took a break. They say, and both teams said we wasn't going to play. They tried to convince them to go out there and play. That was the first time in a very long time I seen defined by players. I thought it was going to change everything. I thought they was going, that's a unified purpose, and they didn't do, and they kept trying to push them to play, and so finally they said, hey, we're going to postpone this game. The truth of the matter, they was trying to pushed them to go back out there and play the game, and those players didn't do it. That was a time where all players should have unite during that point of time, and they had the leverage. Not much of a leverage, but they had somewhat of a leverage. And after that, it's dead. I'm gonna get back to these comments here. Why would they give that to the players? Mobile, if you were a businessman, because okay, let me explain something to you. If a team's making $30 billion and you can afford to pay guaranteed contracts and get your money's worth, and you get all this money, you should support your player. Every league does it. The NBA, NHL, MLB, all soccer leagues around this country. So don't tell me they don't have the money. You are falling into the trap, Jimbo. You are the one they love because you want to say they don't got no money. It's a business. Yes, as a player, I'm an independent contractor. I should get all my money. When you, as a business, if I'm an independent contractor, I go out there and do a job. I'm going to negotiate the job like that, and you're going to pay me all my damn money. I know what you said. I know. I understand, Jimbo. I didn't read. I just read the thing. I'm just going crazy over it. Momo, if you was a businessman, would that be a good business to guarantee your contract to players as a high contract sport? Common sense. Yes, I would. If I'm making that kind of money, and these other leagues are doing the same thing, and the revenue they making is the same, and they're making money. These owners and these other leagues are not losing money. There's no downfall. Yes, they can afford to do it. If you don't believe that, I got some land I want to sell you. You are the perfect fan because you believe the numbers they put out that teams aren't making money. That's not true. I hate to say it, that's not true. But I understand. You want to believe that. NFL. So, how much money you think they get for gambling? The gambling houses. How much money you think they make through local and national TV spots and TV games? How much money you think the concession stands bring in, or TV contracts for national? Boy, I mean, y'all. I know. I think sometimes people don't understand what kind of money these owners are making, and it's sad that fans do this. You just it's no fault in your own. I mean, fans really believe that when they were striking in '82, it was the players. They was greedy. They believe that. They believe the players are greedy today. Most fans believe players are greedy, but they'll never talk about the owners being greedy. How much money they got in TV contracts and how much money they are making, and we supposed to sit here and watch human beings being subjected to the pain and suffering. And then they go after football, these horrible stories. They can't even support themselves. And everybody wants to talk about all this bad investment. They're spending too much money buying houses and cars and stuff like that. They always blame the players for the money they spend. Okay? But these owners making money. Nobody talks about you're not putting nothing in place. And now I agree that some of these players, they shouldn't. Because if I was a player, I would save my money. I'm not going to go bankrupt and be broke. I'm not going to go broke. Okay. Jimbo, I'm going to ask you one question. I'm going to read your post. And you have to be honest with yourself now. Okay. Jimbo 215 says and 87 million with everything included, like merchandise and corporate sponsorship. So, where did you get that information from? Because that number is was very low. I know it's low, and if any owner is looking at you, he'll say that's very low. That's very low. That's not even an accurate number. So you had to get that on offline or some website like that. Okay, it's public. Do you realize? I agree. Yes, I remember what you said, Dan. It doesn't phase me. So, Jimbo, companies don't put out real information about how much money they really make. They don't. No company puts out accurate and real numbers of how much they really make. That number is probably 5 times or 10 times more. They fudge the numbers for reasons that you should know. And I ain't got to explain to you why they do that. You should know. Uh, what's up, CZ? The, the NFL is not. So again, you really believe that companies put out real numbers? You believe they put out those numbers and those numbers are accurate? They don't. Don't listen to Momo. His team, he thinks he's going 7-0. Okay, Logan. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. What are you talking about tonight? I'm chilling. No, I'm just talking about there's a report going on that 20 Momo, you need Steam My Bet because me and you would be going at it nonstop. You the best, bro. What I am saying in this thing, I'm concerned. I am a player person. I don't respect the owners because I already know they're gonna lie about the numbers. If you believe in the numbers, and I get it, some people, fans don't care what players do. You come and go, stuff like that. For me, for me, the numbers that these public numbers that any company put out there, it's public numbers how they see fit to put the numbers out there. The numbers ain't real. I worked in a company, a major tech company. We put numbers out there for public domain all the time. We all knew those numbers was a lie. But we we laughed at the numbers when we seen them put out there and for everybody to read. Though, because I'm telling you, I was upper management, high management, and we put they put a company put out numbers. We laugh at upper management because we know that wasn't true. When you in the thick of things and you know how this world works, you know how companies fudge numbers to make it look like something. When they say public domain, that's a portion. What kind of, I'm gonna want y'all to use some common sense, Jimbo, and I like you. If you come to me and say, "Hey, and I tell you," and you say, "How much money you got in your pocket?" What? Why would I tell you how much I really got in my pocket? How much? Why would I tell you how much money I got really in my? How much money I'm really worth? Nobody does that. It's a number they want you to know. The 687 is an average. Doesn't mean count. It's not an average. They make billions of dollars. All these they could tell you. So they tell you a lot. Momo, are you smart but still a buffoon and common sense hate each other? Okay. then you need a little bit, or else Drew going to eat you alive. Mm. I hope the Giants win the East next season. Mm. I'm just saying, guys. For me, if we can have a healthy discussion, I'm going to, I'm going to either do a Steam Yard, but I don't like Steam Yard, and we can have a little banter, bring people up and stuff like that. I'm about to do that. I really am about to do that. And I mean, and dang, we're not going back and forth. I'm not going, when I have people up here, I'm probably gonna let people talk because I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I don't. I have talked to people about SteamYard, and they tell me it's a lot of people having issues with that program. Read my comment, bro. You sound crazy right now. I'm trying not to have you look crazier than you already are, bro. I'm just being honest. I read your comments. You saying that I read the average. Let me read it again. And Momo, the 687 is an average. Doesn't even count for the small market teams that make considerably less in merchandise and sponsorship that teams don't make billions of dollars. Okay, they had a report when the Green Bay Packers, only one who put the report out, that they made like $257 million on TV contracts, right? They'll do like that. Like I said, no company is ever going to tell you how much they truly made in that year, that month, or that week. You personally ain't going to tell nobody how much money you make a year. If you got $1,000 in your wallet, you're not telling somebody you got to say, how much money in your wallet? I need to get this, man. I only got 200. You're not going to say. I'm just telling you, you just not. What's up, Jeff? I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't see you didn't get it, and I was running my mouth. So I just want everybody to realize, and I noticed I was on Game Time listening and Belichick, and everybody call him Belichick, and I think Belichick is a Hall of Fame. Please tell us how how your mouth that would not die movie, how you look is most plays, yeah. So I understand what people. Well, we ain't gonna agree, Jimbo. I see things in the bigger picture because I was in a high end corporate company, and I understand everything. And I understand how business works. I understand how corporations work, how they hide their money because they don't want you to know. They hide their money because they don't want you to know how much you make. They don't want the government to know how much they truly make. They fudge the numbers, they chase the numbers, they delete documents all the time. They're not going to put numbers out there for the public to know how much they really make. When you hear Microsoft say they're $1 billion company and stuff like that, I'm just telling you, Momo, are you saying the NFL team should be public owned? I'm not sure they should be publicly owned, but they should pay these players and give these players guaranteed contracts that get all their money. NBA does it, the NHL does it, Major League Baseball does it, soccer does it, and all soccer teams around the world. Everybody get all their freaking money. Have a wonderful night, everyone in here. Okay, good. Well. They need to be public owned, so they have to report. We all know they don't. They We all know. We all know that if you public, you're not gonna announce how much you really made that year. You personally ain't gonna do that. Momo, please tell us how you know this. The TV. Okay, the TV contracts are public. What I'm saying, they make money other ways. So how I know this? Because companies And the NFL is a conglomerate company. Each each team is a business entity its own and several businesses within the business. There's no way me as I was in a major company, upper management, when I seen numbers, but you said, but then you get the public domain and it gets supposed to be out there for the public, and I seen the numbers that they put there for the public. I laugh. I said, people don't know how much this company is making. Nobody reports what they truly make for tax reasons. Nobody wants to know. You will never know how much a company really make in 1 year because they gonna fudge the numbers and hide the numbers. They delete documents all the time. No, that's the American dream. They've been doing that since day one. Why would I go with that? That's companies. They've been doing it. Why would I go to ESPN or report this? This is America. That's what all companies been doing since day one. This is just natural reporting. No, everybody delete documents. This ain't nothing new. There's no conspiracy here. There's no thing where I'm the inside man, and no, I'm telling you, this is not technically, it's just not even flawed. This is just companies not reporting their earnings. We all do it. We ain't gonna tell you how much I make a year. If I got 20,000 in my pocket, I ain't gonna tell you I only got 20. I'm gonna say I only got 2. Common sense, Momo. You said the first person I ever hearing this from. I understand. People don't tell the truth, Jimbo. To be honest with you, people are not honest with you. What I just know, companies are not honest with the public. They just not. I'm just saying that. But I don't know why people don't think that. And just like the Bill Belichick situation where he didn't get in the Hall of Fame, like I said on Game Time, they people still salty over him spying and cheating. I personally think he never cheated because that was a practice that the NFL coaching was doing at that time. Although they did put a memo out and told Bill Belichick told all teams stop filming each other because they all was doing it at that time. Bill Belichick decided to keep doing it. That's what he was taught all through his life in coaching, because all coaches was doing it in the 70s, in the 80s. They all did. He grew up there. They all did that. So then when his so-called ex-coach of his snitched on him about him doing it because he knew about the film because he had whatever. They even though this is an ongoing practice. People don't even realize why they had the tape of him of the film practice. They had the tape. The commissioner destroyed the tape for a reason. Bill Belichick is a legend. He's the greatest defensive, one of the greatest defensive mind of any generation. He has Super Bowl rings from now the New England Patriots for the New York Giants. He coached LT up. What? He taught LT schemes and leverage and all this other stuff. He's a Hall of Famer because they got in cahoots. Now, I say we cast the votes. Jim said, I gotta read this one. No one cares about that. Go cry a real Belichick. Where's all this extra money coming from, Mo? You will never see it. I don't know where it's coming from. You will never see it. They hide money all the time. You do know corporations and conglomerates are just like drug dealers. They hide the money and they ship the money for different companies and make up dummy companies and put money in different parts of these companies. So you should know that. I don't know why. I don't know why you don't believe that. No one ever going to be honest with you when it comes. And I wouldn't be surprised they laundry money. Let me see what. I gotta see what this is. Hey, Momo, what do you think the NFL is not rigged? I would never think NFL is that rigged. Jay, don't come here with that bullshit. I will kick your dumb ass out. You keep saying you watch football for entertainment. You love the entertainment. I like to be entertained. During the course of a football game, when are you getting entertained? Because there's no entertainment. Because football is only 4 or 5 good plays or exciting plays during the course of a football game. So where's the entertaining part? Because football, in a sense, can be very boring to watch. So if games are rigged, no. If for me, if I think something is rigged, if I watch the NFL and I say the game, I will never watch another NFL football game ever again. Football games are not rigged for me. Because if you're gonna spend all that time, again, I'm repeating myself, of getting mad at the team, getting frustrated and yelling and screaming, he can't throw, he can't do this, or like that, spending money, buying jerseys, buying packages to watch the games like that, you a damn fool then. You a damn fool. And you watch a game, you say it's entertaining. I don't know what's that's not entertaining to me, because football games are quite boring. So shut your dumb ass up, know your role, as the Rock say. Shut your mouth and just stop talking about games are rigged. Anybody who believe that shit, why y'all watching the game? That's y'all some dumb ass wonder be. Because you lose money. I think the games are rigged. Oh, my team ain't winning. Our games are rigged. Ain't no games rigged. Momo, it's not entertaining, punk. Jay Smooth, I watched fake wrestling or this fake wrestling as entertainment purposes. I don't watch wrestling for the great moves or I watch more wrestling for one thing only. I watch wrestling for promos and storylines. When I don't get as good storylines, I turn off the TV. So I don't watch it. Wrestling is predetermined. So yes, that's fake. So you gonna tell me on a course of a football game, you say you get entertained watching a damn football game. Like I said, tell me where the entertainment is, because a lot of times in the game you're not getting entertained. It's quite boring. So it is. Football is not a sport where you could sit there and it could be boring. Like all sports. Sports could be boring. You're sitting in there waiting for something exciting to happen, or the drive for a touchdown and you don't get it. Football mostly is boring. Only 5 to 6 good plays, exciting plays during the course of a football game. Momo, you pulled the Drew. Know your role. Shut your mouth. I sure did. Momo, you're going to keep that audience entertained, not in suspense. Well, whatever. Momo was a pro wrestler back in the day before he got bored. His name was Kraken. Okay, thanks a lot, Jimbo. I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. in the contract though, Momo, it is who? What you talking about dancing entertain? Dan, are you trying to say that football is entertaining? That every 4 quarters, there's a every play or some plays. Name me. We know nothing about sports. Momo. Mark Holmes know, and Game Time knows. NFL is rigged. Okay, what the fuck you in my room for then? I'm gonna tell you again. Why you in here? See, I hate fat, sloppy, oversized, big mouth, low lip people who try to be a security guard. Don't you got something to secure? Do your job and secure something. Why you on here? Somebody could be robbing the place or stealing something. You shouldn't be in here, and you shouldn't be in here talking to me with that dumb ass shit. That's the problem with fat, ignorant ass, dumb motherfuckers who don't know shit about nothing. They always want to come in here and do their shit. So secure something, put that on, put that Make-A-Wish badge on, put that Make-A-Wish flashlight on, and put that hat on, tilt it to the side, and shove it up your rear end, and don't let the. I'm just befuddled that you will come in here and talk about me, and then I'm gonna come at you and talk about you want to be police officer. So if you so I understand you didn't make the academy. I understand that your IQ is low. I understand you don't know nothing about nothing, and you want to come at me. You got the right one, because I will chew your ass up and spit you out. I ain't the one. So take your dumb ass back into your hole, crawl back in it, shut the door, cover your mouth, and stop talking to me. I hate dumbass, ignorant ass folks who doesn't understand anything. They just want to come out the blue and say dumb shit. I guess you feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm telling the truth. Momo, you are the one that has to figure out. I don't know. I'm going to do some Steam Yard. I don't know. That's up in the air. I can figure it out. They ain't the problem me figuring it out. I can figure the shit out. This ain't the problem. The problem is if the problem for me is that do I want to do Steam Yard? I'm conflicted. I know. Hey, when I go on Lloyd's channel, I ain't got. I love Lloyd. Lloyd got a good following. He got good people. That Steam Yard is so. I don't know what's going on with that. It's just frustrating to be on that on his channel because you got to keep whatever it does. I just it's frustrating for me, and maybe he'll fix it. Then Bruce, you gotta how's up in the air. I don't know if I want to go to Steam Yard. I might just do Zoom. Mm. You I know you want me to be a crackhead. You sound like you on drugs yourself. Stop talking to me. So again, as I said, my my original thing that in five years, I believe the NFL two things are going to happen with the NFL. There will be a Super Bowl in Saudi Arabia, and there will be a 20-game schedule for the regular season. With that, they will increase more players on the team. The union needs a strong voice, a voice to rally these players. Stop doing what they're doing today, what they've been doing the last, what's that, 40 years or so. They need a strong voice. Until they get a strong voice, the owners will fuck them over, and that's what they've been doing. So, if you don't believe that, You lost. Yes, yes, Rhonda. Saudi Arabia is buying up golf. They're buying up property. They won the Royal Rumble tomorrow. This Saturday. It's crazy. It's crazy. They paid WWE all that money to have the Royal Rumble there. A WrestleMania is coming to Saudi Arabia. They paying crazy money. Momo, you should be the voice of the NFL players. We won't have football in 2035 or whatever. I say they strike. If you strike, the players get equal share, get equal pay. On the 53-man roster, not everybody's going to get top dollar. Or the 60-man roster or 70, not everybody is going to get the money. You get paid for how good you are in your position. Husband, who cares? He can't watch. Momo, read my comment just for you. I want to read your comment. What you say? Momo, what is wrong being a security officer? You big head, smooth brain. Before you play video games as a game tester, I failed in this movie. I'm just saying, nothing wrong as Jesse. What you do and your job, you got more responsibility. His dumb ass has no responsibility. He's in an open warehouse and saying, "Which way did they go?" That's all he does. He got a flashlight. He has nobody around him. He's sitting down there playing Zuku or whatever, or tic-tac-toe, or whatever he's playing in there to pass the time away. He has that's just a basically $12 an hour job that he loves. And I'm knocking security, but when you come at me, I'm going to chase you down and knock you down. So your job is more important than his because he's a buffoon himself, and he's just I want to be a cop. He's a lost cop. So when you come at me sideways, I'm coming at you sideways, and I love it when people come at me. Nothing said, Momo. I mean, this is who I am. I'm working in the back cave, but I'm here to support. The vice signed in. Okay. Thanks. I ain't got to be forgiven. I mean, if you're going to come at me sideways, you got to expect me to say something. Take down your damn channel, Momo. Why would I do that? If you don't like it here, you get the fuck out. Oh, you butt hurt all of a sudden? Why do goofy ass folks always want to come in my channel and try to test me? Why is it a problem? So what's your problem? What's your problem, Jay? Because you always come at me sideways, so you know when I come down, because you don't want me to take this down, because you won't have no fun. Go to other channels and kiss their ass, because that's what you're going to do. I don't give a shit what you do. Okay, bye. Have a good day. I hope you find a rat or a cat, whoever you looking in that warehouse. Mobile, there are better perks on StreamYard than on Zoom. I understand that because I looked it up. You're right, Dan. There are. So, Jay, have a nice one. Enjoy your life. I mean, I just understand why you mad at me. You used to like me, but you always you trying to troll me. That's all you do. You come here try to troll me. So I just troll you back. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if you're gonna come at me, you gotta come at me harder than that. You don't come in. You don't even come in no other place and try to troll nobody. But you think I'm that stupid? I know what you're doing. Take your wannabe security guard, because one thing worse than I know I saw you as security guard, it's a security guard who ain't got a brain cells. And you are one of the worst security. I would never hire you as security guard. Can you look doofus, stupid, and ruthless? When I say useless, you useless. You are a waste of energy and time. Matter of fact, you waste of the paperwork you filled out to get that job. Momo, you think Zoom is better? I don't know. I mean, I'm comparing. I'm doing. That's another program. I think I might be doing this other program. Momo. So I'm just wondering when I can do this. I'm just on. And Jesse, it wasn't about security guard. When I was going after him, it was never about Momo. Y'all unsubscribed from Momo's channel. That's the way he disrespected me was unreal. I didn't disrespect you. You came in here sideways again. You kept saying the stupid shit. And I was like, that now you threaten, bro. Now you being disrespectful now, bro. Now you telling me to unsubscribe to my channel. That's fine. So I'm going to do you a favor because I think you need to be in timeout. So I didn't want to do it, but you forced me to put you in timeout. Period. Man, I don't want to do that, but you want to come at me and say that I ain't gonna do anything. But now you telling people to unsubscribe to my channel? That's to me, that's disrespectful in the least. I'm just saying, when you come on somebody's channel, you don't go on somebody else's channel and say that. Why would you do mine? And that's to me the ultimate disrespect for me. If you don't like what I have to say, go somewhere else. But don't tell others to not to come to my channel. Now you could go to another channel and talk down to me and bad about me. I get that. Momo, you got a gangster sometimes. Momo, you got a gangster sometimes, bro. Brown's worst head coaching job. I agree. I don't know. I would want to be a quarterback or a head coach or a coordinator because, and I think the Jets job is like that. I think the Browns and the Jets jobs is like that. And Cincinnati now fall off because I think that team they don't like to pay. They don't really like to pay. Well, recently they started paying their players and the receivers and the quarterback, but oh no, they not. If I start my channel, Mo Mars, free time for speech, free for all. Logan, it's okay to have free speech, but when you go and tell people, hey, unsubscribe to their channel, what am I supposed to do with that? Nothing. I just put him in timeout. I didn't kick him out. He's in here if he wants to be in here. He can still listen to comments and listen to me. I understand, but you don't do that. He would never go on nobody else's channel, so I'm going as a. Don't tell me that. But Momo know how I respect your takes. I run my channel strong, and I have a lot of moderators and proud of it. Momo, send the next level sports channel love, brother. We welcome all except okay. I'm just saying. I mean, if people wanted to leave my channel, that's fine. I mean, I can't stop you from leaving. I think my takes are different. My takes are more you better depart homes. So I get people. I'm different than most people. You know, my take's gonna be different. I'm trying to make people laugh, say stupid shit, and like that. I'm not here to, or we could debate and have difference of opinion, but don't disrespect me in the sense of that because he would never go on nobody else's channel and say that. He would never do that. So he decided to come on my channel. Because sometimes you got to control your channel because you are the host of your own channel. Now I have a personal troll coming here. I don't even acknowledge him. He comes in here all the time. I'm surprised he ain't here tonight. So it is 12:28, guys, and I've been on this thing over an hour. I appreciate everybody being on here. And watching for life. Can't wait, Momo. Do you watch golf? Um, I don't watch golf per se. I tried it, and it looks boring to me, so I don't watch it. I mean, I understand the sport. You know, have I ever been on a golf course? Never been on a golf course, but I would like to be on a golf course. I would like to learn that sport. What's up, Chris? Love and show face where I mean, I just you know, again, I didn't kick him out. I put him in timeout. Oh, Tiger got you hooked. Okay, okay. Yeah, Tiger was good at one point in his career. Momo, he's banned, bro, for life. No, I ain't banned him. I just put him in timeout. He welcome to come back anytime. If he's I mean, you just can't come in here and say, hey, um, he said I was disrespectful. I say a lot of disrespectful shit. Momo, there are many manipulators. They know them and be. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that, Rhonda. I ain't worried about that. But I thought it was inappropriate for him to say that on my channel. No, you can't. You can't be habitually a line crosser. He crossed the line when he told people to unsubscribe to my channel. Why would I have that in my thing? No, I ain't doing that. I ain't got that many viewers as it is. I won't ruin them. And I ain't got to. That's just why. And I thought about, hey, should I warn him? Say, hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that again. I started to do it, but I said, hey, no. There's some things in life you don't do. He's Mark Holmes flunky. What else would you expect? I don't know. Yeah, who you kick? I didn't kick nobody out. Actually, Chris, I didn't kick him out. I put him in timeout. I just put him in timeout. What I did, it was on Jay Smooth. Jay Smooth. Let's go. Always Sends love. Okay. See you later, Rhonda. Chris, there was more than a comment. Hey, is Lloyd coming on tonight? Oh, is he working? Dan. Chris Momo roasted the fuck out of him. Because he doesn't hardly tonight already tomorrow. um I like to have fun. You know, I might not know the stats of my team. People say I don't know my team, I know the players. Like I said, if players are bad, I ain't gonna acknowledge you at all. Um, I'm gonna do better and be better. Um, so hold on. We got a pending snowstorm possibly heading our way. I'll see. Oh my God. Yeah. Bruce White passed you a bedtime dream, but Momo, you don't know a damn thing about your team. Well, you still owls, and we still ride with you. Fuck everyone else. Okay, okay. Momo, who's the best team in the NFC East in 2026? I don't know. That's debatable. We'll see because teams change, players' performance change. We'll see. Well, like I said, I appreciate everybody. Chris, you going live? Dan and Lloyd going live because I'm about to end this. I appreciate everybody. Everybody, yeah, hitting the likes, hit it now. Everybody have a good night.